Hey guys, so we're back with another video. I am your host Sleepy Celestial. Now guys, let's get right into this. So this time we're gonna have Sha'Carri Richardson, the defending champion, as well as we also have Shericka Jackson on this as well. This is gonna be an amazing. Now we know the powers of Sha'Carri Richardson. We just saw Julian Alford as well as Melissa Jefferson win their heats, heading on to the semis. Now we're on to the next person. So this is gonna be amazing because I know Sha'Carri's gonna find a way to make this team to move on to the final. So this is the first heat, and I know she's gonna win her heat. Now over the weeks, she's been getting better. She's been running certain meets, and now the good thing is because she was the defending champ, she didn't need to run at the trials. But the difference now is that she's gonna have to make sure to keep her if she doesn't win this year, I think Sha'Carri is gonna be in a different spot next year to be more ready. I wish next year was gonna be another championships, but as we know, there's no more championships until 2027. So next year is considered more of a down year. So I think they're gonna find a way to make it more competitive, but time will tell. Okay, so without further ado, guys, this is the next heat of the women's 100 meters, heading to semis at the World Championships in Tokyo.
100-meter heats, the reigning world champion is Sha'Carri Richardson. It's been a difficult season for Sha'Carri.
Yes, it
Comes
has.
in here 56th fastest in the world. She got a late start due to injury and only ran one round at the U.S. National Championships.
Okay.
And that was one in the 100, and then she ran one in the 200.
Oh, she's the third heat. I forgot to say. She's the third heat. Julian Alford is the fourth heat. And now we have Sha'Carri Richardson, third heat, with the great Shericka Jackson. The cool thing, I think they're both going to qualify heading to semis. I think it's going to start heating up when we get to semis and final. But, I think them two are going to head right by everybody.
There's the silver medal.
But they did good, though. Sha'Carri's getting better and better throughout these rounds. The last time we seen her, when she ran at some couple of meets, especially in Lausanne and London, and I forgot what the other, Monaco, she was getting closer and closer to getting back to her normal self. The scary thing is, if Sha'Carri's back to her normal self, a lot of people are gonna lose because we know her top end speed is crazy. Her and Shericka share the joint fastest, fifth fastest of all time, and I think she's gonna do something great if she keep doing that. But I also believe that because she had an earlier injury in the season, I don't think she's gonna be at her best because she started off very late. So that's the only problem I think that she's gonna have. But as you could see,
I don't think anybody thought that Sha'Carri couldn't get out of this round, but look at how much space is between her
but the way she closed
right now. So because she has not been starting well of late, she has to come back sometimes from some huge deficits. But she was more than capable of doing it. And she almost caught Shericka Jackson, although Jackson, once she got to a certain point on the track, was just sure that she was going to be in the top three, and this heat required no further effort. So.
But I think she put out too much to get in.
Out of lane 7, but it was easy work. She's in the semifinal. It gets a lot harder tomorrow night.
So the world champion, the reigning world champion, is here, and Sha'Carri,
I know things are happening to her personally. I always pray that she's gonna get through this. She's a fighter, but I love her personality, how she is now. She's giving out interviews. She's becoming one of the greats, and I think it's a humbling experience. everybody needs a fair chance to clean up their act. I always believe that. So to see her being very upfront and like casual with like the people and the interviewer, it's such an amazing feeling.
Yourself through this first round with a victory. How are you going to work your way through the rest of these rounds?
Like me and my coach have been discussing, round by round, step by step, and just remembering everything we've been doing in practicing, even in the warm-up area, and doing nothing different. But bringing it over to the track.
For those who don't know, what has the year been like for you to get here and now be on this world stage again to compete?
This year has been a transformational year on and off the track. I definitely know that this year is not what I ideally saw as being my golden year, but I feel like when I think of golden now, I think of a buried treasure. And sometimes you gotta get through some dirt to get to the gold.
Exactly right. Now, you walk in here with a lot of experience, right? Olympic and World Championship experience. How do you use that now as you try and piecemeal and work your way now into the semifinal and what you hope to be the final?
Oh my gosh, I think I used it like my babe told me, just instead of being on those big stages before, those stages having butterflies, having the nerve of those butterflies, instead just using those butterflies as weapons, using it to embrace myself, using it to execute myself, and using it to live it all on the track.
And mechanically, is there anything that you're trying to improve on as you get to the semifinal? Start, middle, finish, anything?
I definitely say always the start, always, but definitely my power and my torque in the middle. But I feel like even watching the race when I saw it on the screen and watching my last race, I can definitely see it coming back. So with more rounds, with more execution, I definitely know that when I step on the track again, another piece of it will come together.
All right, that's it. I'm done. Thank you for stopping, Sha'Carri. Always appreciate it.
Nice to see y'all.
I love that. I really do. Like, this is such a humbling experience. Like I said, I appreciate Sha'Carri with her such beautiful interviews. I really love how she blossomed into just this genuine, nice woman. You know, we all have flaws. You know, I stand 10 toes when things were kind of going kind of off for her. I told myself, I'm like, listen, we have to give her grace because not everybody's gonna be perfect. You know, the cool thing about her, she was authentically herself, and I think that's something that we could all carry. So thank you so much, Sha'Carri Richardson, as well as Shericka Jackson. This was an amazing third heat. I will see you guys in my final heat, which will feature the great Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, as well as Marie-Josée Tallou, which will be the last heat also. These were my favorite athletes that I really wanted to cover. And then after covering this, you guys will get this upload right away. Once I do the editing and everything, once I clean it up and then upload, you guys will be ready to see this. So thank you guys so much for bottom of my heart. I appreciate me covering content again. I know it's been a while, but you guys are getting 4 uploads for the prices of 1. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.